Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I'm back with another Tubi movie review. So if I'm looking this way, I'm looking at my notes. So this movie is called Monogamish. Came out this year, 2023. It's an hour and 31 minutes, and it's a drama, thriller, and romance. So the wife name is Zane. She is like a real estate agent. The husband name is Dietrich. The husband mother is named Darlene, and she's played by Claudia Jordan. And then Zane has a client named Johnny. Zane has two friends, Alexis and Holland. Okay, so we start off with a sex scene with Zane, but we don't know who the man is. We assuming it's her husband. Then we see Zane, Dietrich, his mother Darlene, her friend Holland, and some more people, and this lady named Regina. Dietrich is making an announcement saying how Zane wants to run for mayor. But Zane is too focused on the fact that he is just talking to other women. Like, she can't even, like, people trying to ask her questions about, you know, her and her campaign, and she's just, like, spacing out. So, they're at home at this point, and they have a conversation about at some point in their relationship they had a threesome, and Zane is like, I don't want that for my life no more. I don't want to do that in my relationship. Then the next day or whatever, Zane is in her office, and then her client comes in, which is a Johnny. He's looking for a place because he just moved there. And we find out that he's a retired football player. And Zane's husband used to play football, but he got hurt. So Zane meet up with her friends, and a Johnny pops up. The friends is like, oh, do you want to come sit? And blah, blah, blah. He like, you know, yeah, okay, whatever. So they chopping it up, having a conversation. Zane gets a phone call from her husband saying that, you know, he working late and, you know, he gonna have to meet up with her later. And she like, are you serious? It is our wedding anniversary. And he like, I'll make it up to you, blah, blah, blah. So okay, so after that, we see Dietrich walk into a movie theater. So my first mind, I'm like, I know this bastard not about to meet a woman. I know this bastard not about to meet another woman. But no, it ain't another woman. It's his friend, business partner, Devon, tied up to a chair with, you know, blood all over his face. And then this dude named Hale Jones, you know, sitting there watching a movie. Then he come down, basically let him know that y'all up to something. Y'all stole my money and I want it back. So Hale is claiming that they stole $300K from them. And he was like, I want $25K by the weekend. And he ends up shooting Devon. And Hale let Dietrich know, like, I ain't playing with you. Get my money or you next. And you better get up out of here, because this is going to be hard to explain to the cops. So Where we in now? Okay, it's their anniversary night. So Zane in the kitchen, she talking to her friends like, yeah, I'm making this and making that, blah, blah, blah. She cooking, she trying to get ready, get cute, and then time just passing. Time is passing. So she's sitting at the table. This man did not show up. So she gets a stab in the cake. Boom, boom, boom. She falls asleep. She falls asleep and she wake up to a call from Dietrich. Dietrich learned something about some, oh, I had to take a last minute flight. I didn't have my charger. I'll make it up to you, blah, blah, blah. So Zane driving to her office. She on the phone with her friend, letting her know what happened. And a Johnny pops up. He wants to schedule a business lunch. So she's like, okay, cool. So she walks into her office. Well, Jasmine, her assistant, lets her know that there are roses and an envelope in her office. And I believe Zane assumed that it was from Dietrich trying to make up. But no, she opened that envelope, and as this is happening, Dietrich is walking to the office. She opens the envelope. She sees pictures of all the women he's messing with and a baby. She throws the envelope at him, basically like, you ain't ish, you a fucking liar, period. He ain't know what she was talking about. So he running up in her office with her. So they get to the house. He's sitting on the couch. Zane like, I want a divorce. How many women? How many more is there? Cause it's already 15. How many more is there? She like, I want out this marriage. And he was like, nope. He said, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have these businesses. We wouldn't have this house because my parents bought this house. With the connections I have, you wouldn't be able to work nowhere in here besides around here besides flipping burgers. I would take it all. And she was like, okay. Since it's the type of relationship you want, I'm about to go take my past and do it with whoever, whenever, whatever. So he like, I'm sorry, whatever. So the friends, Holland and Alexis, popped up at the house, trying to just, well, I can't think of the word, just help her get through it. They end up going out to this place called Goodfella or Goldfella, I don't know. But when they get there, a Johnny is there. So she ended up dancing with him or whatever. And yeah, she ends up meeting a Johnny at the club. Then the next day, he at her office, and she goes to show him a property. Girl, they get to their property, they talking or whatever, and then they get it on. So she telling her friends, because they went out to a lunch or whatever, and she like, I don't regret it. And one friend is like, you need to tell your husband. That's not okay. And then the other friend's like, why? He did it. So after that, okay. So after that, we see Dietrich's. He on the phone with his mama, and she like, that 25K you stole from my account, I'm gonna need that back, and I'm gonna need that back in 72 hours, or I'm gonna have the people on your head. Don't play with me, because you know how I am. I'm about that life. Then Zane meets up with a Johnny again. She meets up with a Johnny again, and then we see Dietrich in like this. I don't know if it was a hotel room. I think it was a hotel. I don't know if it was a hotel room or somebody's house. He calls Zane. She don't answer. But when we see Dietrich calling, it's a lady in the background. We don't know who it is. And then after, we see that Zane not answering the phone, why is her friend? It's her friend Alexis. Yes. Popping up in the bed with Dietrich. Yes. Yes. It's her bestie, her line sister. Yes. It sure was. Where we at? Then we get to 2 weeks later. Dietrich beats up with Hale Jones, and he gave him $25K, but he was like, you know what? I want my money, but it really don't even matter, cause I'm gonna end you anyway. And Dietrich was like, what? But I thought if I gave you the money, it wasn't gonna be that. Hell, like, I didn't say you that. It's that. You're gonna, once I get my money, it's the end for you. So he crying like a baby, but he's so hard with his wife though. Anyway, so Zane is supposed to be meeting up with some lady. I don't want to cancel lady in the mayor thingy, the politics lady. Zane was late. So the lady was like, look, I told you in the beginning, if you want to do this, there can't be no skeletons in your closet. So she pulls out her phone, and it's a picture of Zane and a Johnny. And she's like, this does not look like Dietrich's. She's like, oh, I can explain. And then this man pop up with an envelope. And he like, you being served. She's like, what am I being served for? So Dietrich, I guess, got in contact with his mom. They meet up at a store. He comes to give her $25K back. And his mama Darlene is like, I heard you got yourself wrapped up with Hale. And he like, how you know that? I got it handled. Blah, blah, blah. And as that's happening, Zane comes in like, why are we being investigated by the IRS? And he tells her, like, don't worry about it. I got it handled. She's like, what is going on? And he's like, well, I had to use your business because me and Devon had to wash some money for Hale. So, Jasmine calls her. This is her assistant in her office, and let her know that her check bounced. And Zane was like, okay, well, I'll just pay you out my personal account. She was like, well, yeah, I was calling to let you know that all your accounts are frozen right now. And then, what happened? Oh, okay. So after she found that out, Zane's friend Alexis and Dietrich are sitting at a table talking. And then, guess who pop up, child? A Johnny. Yep. He in on it. So Dietrich tell him, I think he gave him some money and was like, I need this to happen now or whatever, something like that, and make sure it's clean or whatever he said. But now we know a Johnny in on it. So where we at? Jane asked her assistant Jasmine if her cousin, is still working for whoever they working for, and if she can get in contact with her to find out some stuff on her husband. And she does. So, y'all remember Regina? That's Jasmine's cousin. Regina is an agent who has been investigating Dietrich for a minute. And guess what? Jasmine is an agent too. So she lets her know your husband has embezzled $6 million with Devon from multiple businesses, yours included. Yeah. Yeah, and guess what? While they was outside talking, guess who rolled past and stopped? Johnny. He was following her. He sure was. He sure was. Okay, so after that, Jasmine trying to call Zane and let her know, like, look, I know who that lady was on them pictures. But as she trying to call her, somebody come up and in her. Yeah. Sure did. So after that, Dietrich get a call from Alexis, Zane's friend. He don't answer, so he get in the shower. Zane, peeks over, make sure he's in the shower, checks his phone. She leaves. She texts him, who I think she thinks is Alexis, but I don't think it's Alexis, to meet up because she want to talk to her. At this time, Alexis doesn't know that, or does she know? She did, because it was a plan. The plan was to get Zane to wherever Alexis was. But when Zane popped up, Alexis was already dead. And then somebody tried to attack Zane, but Johnny came to the rescue and killed whoever that was. So he said, don't get back in your car. They got to check on your car. Come with me. She like, how I know I can trust you? And he's like, if you couldn't trust me, I would have ended you already. So they go to a hotel. And they just talking or whatever. And then they end up sleeping together. So, she doing her due and turns around and again knocks out. She wakes up tied up with a Johnny standing in front of her. Well, kneeling in front of her like, don't scream. And I'm just like, dude, are we protecting her or not? Like, what's going on? Like, what you doing? So he like, don't scream. And then Dietrich walk his butt out. I forgot the part where when Johnny, when Zane was like, how do I know I could trust you? And he was like, if I wanted to, well, not if I wanted to, but you could have been gone already. I would have ended you already. And he said, your husband put out a hit on you for $50,000. He like, how do you know? He was like, he showed her something. He was like, he took out a $5 million life insurance policy on you. And the plan was that Dietrich set up was for her to make it seem like, was to set her up to make it seem like she killed her friend, and then she was supposed to kill herself. But obviously, they tried to kill her. And I forgot to say that when she talked to Regina told her that he had a one-way ticket to South America with a passport, and he ain't had no plans on taking her. Okay, so now we gonna jump back to, Johnny took Zane to a motel. They was talking, and he told her that he didn't kill her because he couldn't figure out why somebody wanted to hurt her, and he fell in love with her. So like I said, they did the do, and she got knocked out. She woke up tied to a chair, and her mouth tied up. Azani pulled the scarf down. I was like, don't scream. And then Dietrich walks in. So, you know, he basically tells her everything. And then guess who else walked in? Her other friend, Holland. And Holland is the one that got a baby with Dietrich. And Zane was like, so you're the mastermind, because I know it wasn't him, because he can't even balance a checkbook. So Holland smacked Zane. Holland told Johnny, make sure that rope is tight. He tightened her rope, but he didn't tighten her rope. He bent down to act like he tightened her rope, but gave her a knife. So while all this is going on, Dietrich's talking stuff. Talking about how he about to get away with this, how Hell done, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then Hell walks in. Hell walks in. He's like, I'm what? Blah, 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 blah. Because I don't remember what he said. But he's like, I'm what? I'm stupid? And he was like, you sitting over here and you got the cops involved, which is a Johnny. A Johnny like, whoa, no, I ain't no cop. And then a Johnny, pop, 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 kills Hell. Dietrich runs off. What's her name? Zane. Cut the rope. And she like, no. You go handle that. I handle this one. Knocks Holland out. And then, you know, we pop into another scene. And it's Dietrich getting in the car. And then all of a sudden, it's somebody in his back seat. And I'm assuming, you know, they did what they had to do. And then we see Zane and a Johnny off living a best life. And they about to go to Miami. And that's how the movie ends. Y'all, at first, I thought this movie was going to be trash. But I thought it ended up being good. It was a lot of jaw-dropping moments that I was not expecting. So I will give this movie a 7 out of 10 because for this to be a Tubi movie, I thought it was good. I thought this was a good Tubi movie. The things that annoyed me, the lighting, like not the lighting, but the camera. It just got like dark. The camera was not positioned. The cameraman wasn't in the right position. Because you see this? There was literally blurred lines in the shots. And I'm just like, do you not see this? Like, if I was editing this video, I'd be like, we will have to reshoot these shots because no. But that annoyed me. And then I believe I seen a cameraman in a reflection of a window in one of the scenes. So yeah, them two things annoyed me. But other than that, I thought this was a good Tubi movie. 7 out of 10. Go watch it. And like this video. Thank you. Yeah, that's it for this review. I hope y'all are enjoying the reviews, even though this is the second one. But go watch it. I think y'all would like it. But yes, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.